Few regions in the country have seen such rapid growth as we have here in the Treasure Valley. With that growth, we've seen new businesses, new residences, and even new opportunities. But with the growth comes some pretty serious challenges, such as the loss of agricultural land, degradation of our natural resources, and unfortunately, increased traffic congestion. Thanks for the ride.
Thank you, sir.
The Community Planning Association, known as Compass, and Valley Regional Transit, in coordination with Blueprint for Good Growth, support growth that improves our region's quality of life and competitive advantage. This can all be accomplished through the implementation of our Communities in Motion Regional Long-Range Transportation Plan for 2030.
Communities in Motion, or CIM, include strategies that direct growth to existing urban areas and specific corridors. CIM encourages higher development densities with mixed uses such as jobs, shopping, services, and housing. Through the simple changes in our approach to land development as identified in Communities in Motion, we can consume less land, increase choices in transportation options, create shorter commuting distances, cut 1 million daily vehicle miles of travel, ease traffic congestion, preserve air quality, offer more housing choices, reduce fuel consumption, and increase connectivity.
Transportation provides access to jobs, schools, goods, and services. Access is provided in two ways, through mobility or proximity. In the Treasure Valley, mobility has primarily been auto-based. As an area grows, relying solely on auto-based mobility grows tenuous, and diversification of access strategies becomes necessary. Diversification can be achieved by using proximity as a tool to provide access. Encouraging residential development close to jobs, neighborhood stores, and schools will allow people to walk, bike, or drive less. Sharing the responsibility for quality access between agencies with land use jurisdiction and transportation authority decreases dependence on limited roadway funds.
Density is generally defined as the amount of residential development on a given parcel of land. Residential density is needed to make transit effective. Higher residential density in a community means an increased possibility of transit service in that area. Mixed land use also encourages a variety of transportation opportunities. The closer the people live and work to retail services, recreation, and other amenities, the greater the opportunity for transit.
As the population in southeast Idaho increases, the traffic congestion increases as well. The morning commute between Caldwell and Boise right now takes about 30 minutes, but by the year 2030, it could take more than 2 hours.
Residents of Ada and Canyon County should be given a choice in how they travel throughout the region. Transportation choices are a measure of a healthy community. People who live in places where they can walk, bike, or take public transportation tend to have a higher quality of life. The Treasure Valley currently provides carpool and vanpool services through Commuter Ride and bus services through Valley Ride. Future growth could create opportunities for bus rapid transit and light rail and/or commuter rail. To get these higher capacity services, it is important that cities encourage transit-oriented development in areas where future transit would most likely be located. The growth patterns envisioned in Communities in Motion and explored in further detail in the implementation guide suggest that more compact housing should occur near employment, services, schools, parks, and other attractions. These developments would be connected by streets with sidewalks and bike lanes. Travelers would then have many choices in modes of transportation.
Transit-ready development is a design concept that considers the environment needed for transit to be effective and efficient today and into the future. An ideal transit-ready development creates a unique and attractive sense of place to a community. These developments can create a neighborhood that has a safe and friendly atmosphere, a strong pedestrian orientation, and higher market values. It establishes a framework for transit to evolve over time. The resulting environment in a transit-ready development is a lively mix of uses which provide access to opportunities to live, work, and play in the same general area. Ultimately, development that supports transit today and into the future increases quality of life and reduces dependence on cars for mobility.
Connectivity is achieved by providing choices in transportation, choices in housing, and by working to develop areas that create a balance between jobs and housing. The Communities in Motion Implementation Guidebook discusses specific principles and techniques of compact, transit-oriented development. The guidebook shows local examples of attractive, well-integrated developments which complement a mix of transportation options to help increase connectivity. The concepts in the Communities in Motion Implementation Guide are meant to be used strategically at specific nodes and along appropriate corridors. Compass and Valley Regional Transit, in cooperation with local jurisdictions and developers, must act to secure a legacy of not simply growing, but growing to improve.